What's up, everybody? So the prompt for this video is Famine. Now what I'm using for this is a 6x8 piece of 184 pound mixed media paper. So when I got this prompt, I immediately thought Halo. I've always been such a huge Halo fan, and I don't know if anyone's familiar with the skull locations or anything, but I remember in Halo 3 when I started to really first get into the skulls or really find out about them, because I was oblivious to them in Halo 2. I don't know why, I just didn't know about it, but I always just was more focused on playing Xbox Live, Halo 2, doing the normal like trash talking, and just playing with my friends. That was the usual gig. So when Halo 3 came around and we started to get into finding the skulls and doing the location, it was such a memorable kind of thing that you go through. Like, you're just looking up, oh, how do I get to this? Like, where do I find these things? And, like, all the crazy things that you had to actually do to get them, or the weird locations that they were in. It was just something that I always loved doing growing up. So when I got the Famine prompt, I was like, Famine Skull, Halo 3, that's what I'm going to do. So you can't see it, but in the background, I have a reference that I'm using, and that's why I made the whole grid system. Just really get the perspective that I wanted. But to get the reference that I wanted, I ended up having to start up my copy of the Master Chief Collection and play through the arc on Legendary, and that's when I found out really quick how much of a trash player that I've become. So after dying 100 times and getting up to the skull location, the skull didn't even spawn. So that was pretty cool. And then I ended the game, and I went into the theater mode and had to watch myself die 100 times again before actually getting up to where I wanted. And then I ended up just taking a picture of the screen and just using a couple of those screenshots as reference points. But the fun did not end there, because on top of being a trash Halo player, one thing you should know about me is that I am an actual idiot. I was trying to draw the structure that the skull is found on, that big triangle looking thing in the middle of the picture here. And when I was doing it, I was looking at the wrong point in the reference picture, and I kept drawing the wrong line over and over again. And I kept looking at it, I'm like, this is so off. Like, what the heck is going on? And I don't know if anyone has ever had to draw architecture or any kind of like structure where like it needs to kind of look right and straight, but if you do one line that's off a little bit, it just makes the whole thing just look so wrong. And after, beating myself up and thinking, wow, like, what are you actually doing here? But then I realized what I was doing wrong, and I was able to fix it. So after that, it was smooth sailing, and I was able to start painting. Now, for anyone who is new to my channel, I use India ink to paint with. I just like the color that it gives, and it's kind of like watercolor, but it's definitely less forgiving, and the only way to actually fix a mistake is with either ammonia or Windex. So if you ever wanted to give India inks a try, definitely know that before getting into it. But the good thing is they're super fast drying, and once they hit the paper, they're permanent. Like, that mark that you put on there, it is not coming up for anything. Now, I specifically use Dr. P.H. Martin's Bombay inks because they're light fast inks, meaning that they're not going to fade if they're exposed to light, which is super important because light is the enemy of anything that's like watercolor or the inks or any kind of painting. It's just going to makes things fade over time. So that's really important for me. And then on top of that, after I'm done the painting, I'll spray it down with, a protective coating, either like an acrylic finish or something that says, it's protective against light. Just so I have that extra layer of protection and that I know that my piece is going to stay good for a long time. But I am getting to the end of the video here, so I just wanted to take the time to say thank you to all of the viewers and the new followers that I've been getting on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. It's been absolutely amazing, and the feedback that I've been getting from social media has just been awesome. So thank you all very much, and as usual, if you would like to make your own piece for this prompt, I would love to see it, and I'd be happy to feature anybody on my story or Twitter or whatever. So yeah, just if you want to, I would love to see it. But with that, this is going to be the end of the video, so I'm going to show the final piece here, and then I'm going to show the zoomed up picture where you can see the skull there. So thank you so much. Hey everybody, I just want to say thank you again for watching my video. If you want, check out my Instagram, tweet at me. If you liked the video, leave a like, dislike, comment, subscribe if you're feeling it. And I'm looking forward to making another video in the future. So thanks again.